First of all, very welcome to the European Medicine Agency. My name is Thomas Lönngren, and I am the Executive Director of this agency. This agency had a celebration this year. It was the 15 years anniversary of this agency, created in 1995. Have been a tremendous development in the area of regulating medicines in the European Union over these 15 years. From being a very small agency in the beginning, with a few people employed, this agency is now more than 850 people in this building. We have 6 scientific committees, we have 35 working parties. We have the network of national competent authority working for this agency, populate the scientific committees, the working parties. More or less all new medicines that want to be put on the market in the European Union are evaluated by this agency, and a decision, whatever they will have, a marketing authorization, is granted by the European Commission. A quite successful development over these 15 years. We have recently been evaluated by the European Commission, and it was Ernst & Young who did this evaluation. This evaluation report have just recently been published, and give clearance that we have reached the objectives that was set up by this agency when it was created in 1995. It also made a stakeholder survey in order to look at the satisfaction by all stakeholders, academia, healthcare professionals, industry, patients' organizations, and also the political level in the European Union. And we will have the highest grading, I think, of satisfaction by our stakeholders. So I think we could be quite proud that we have a European Medicine Agency in European Union. We have also been able not only to work in the European Union in order to regulate medicines, we also have had a possibility to extend the work outside the European Union. And I think this is probably extremely important today, because drug development and development within the medicines field is not limited to a geographical area anymore. And I always say that drug development and the way that we are dealing with pharmaceuticals and medicines and health is a global supermarket today, which means that we need to work very closely with other regulators in the world. And I'm very happy to see that we have other regulators from the rest of the world participating in this conference today. The agency have been very focused in what we are doing. We always look into the environment. What is around us today? What is around us tomorrow? And what is around the corner, especially when it comes to the science? And how do we prepare ourselves for that? And based on that, we have strategy document that we are working with in order to steer this operation into the future. We have one for public consultation for the moment, the EMA roadmap for 2015, outlining the directions that we want to take with this agency. We are seeking, of course, all the stakeholders' input in this. So when we finally deciding on the direction of this agency in the future, we hope that we have all the stakeholders on board. The latest development when it's come to new piece of legislation is the advanced therapy legislation that came into force last year and practically started to operate last year also, with a new scientific committee on advanced therapies. And of course, that is one of the reasons why we are sitting here today and look into this fascinating area of medicine. And if we will be able to control these cells, I think that could be a major breakthrough in medicines, probably one of the biggest breakthroughs in medicines that we have seen during the history of medicine. But that is on the condition that we have the possibility to control the cells and understand how they're behaving when we are putting them into the body. So this consultation paper that we have out today, the reflection paper that have come out, is one part to start a discussion, a dialogue with all of the stakeholders out there who are involved in this, from industry, from the academic society, and from others also have an interest, especially patients in this area. It's a tremendous development, and obviously it's going very quickly. It's a rapid development going on in this area. There are many companies, there are many academics who are starting research in this area. And I have some statistics that probably have never been presented before. I know, for example, that there are 42 clinical trials going on in the European Union today in this area. There are, in the framework of the legislation that we have now and the activity of the Advanced Therapy Committee, we have more than 4 classifications of products where companies are coming to us and ask, could you classify this product? We give scientific advice as one, I think, of the most important activity that we have in the agency, when we're in a very early stage have the possibility to discuss with companies who develop products within this area and also give the scientific advice where we think things should be developed in the future. And there we have so far 7 scientific advice in this area. And you know, there is also within the legislation a possibility then to have certification where we are looking into the development and give some kind of clearance that you are on track with development of this product. And we have so far granted 3 such certification. We have not granted a positive opinion for marketing authorization yet in this area. But hopefully this conference could help us, of course, to get on the way when we could have the first authorization of a stem cell medicine authorized in Europe and maybe also more or less worldwide, I think, especially then in Europe and US. So I'm quite sure that the chairman, Dr. Schneider, and the vice chairman will be able to explain the purpose of the conference today. But of course, it is to discuss the reflection papers, the content of it, all from quality aspect, how we will manufacture these cells and get them out there in a stable condition, to the toxicology and the preclinical aspects and all the clinical aspects that we have to look into. So once again, welcome everybody. I'm very impressed because you probably represent the biggest number of experts in this area we probably ever have seen in the European Union coming together. So we're really looking forward to the day together, and I hope in the end of the day, when we have made all the discussions and all the presentations, that we are getting a step forward in order to get a stem cell approved in the European Union. Thank you very much and good luck during the day. And Christian, I hand over to you now.